is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. You're going to win a Pulitzer. Art for art's sake. Biology. Word up. When did it happen? And Star Trek jargon. Where do we begin, Player 1? Julia Keller won in 2005 for her reporting on a 10-second event, the destruction of Utica, Illinois, by one of these. Player 1? That's correct. Player 1. In 2007, counterintelligence columnist Jonathan Gold became the first critic of these to win a Pulitzer. Okay, Player 1. Yes. You get to pick again. This city's Herald won in 1993 for public service for coverage of Hurricane Andrew and its aftermath. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. You get to pick again. The first two Pulitzers for writing these, to the New York Tribune and Louisville Courier-Journal, didn't name the authors. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah, good. Player 1. Russell Jones won for his reporting about Soviet repression from this capital in 1956. Player 1. That is correct. Player 1. You pick again, please. Mount Rushmore, a depiction of 4 imposing bovines, was sculpted by Jim Victor from this dairy product. Okay, Player 2. Yes! Player 2. A room full of silver balloons that move with the air currents is a highlight of this pop artist's Pittsburgh museum. Yes, Player 1? Yep. Okay, let's get back. If you donate $135 to his sanctuary, you can own a painting signed by this Tarzan co-star. Okay, Player 1? That's it. Player 1. Who else but this Iberian would paint giant flying demitas with incomprehensible appendage 5 meters long? Yes, Player 2. Correct. Player 2. This rap artist and his wife Jeanne-Claude used more than 1 million square feet of fabric to wrap the Reichstag. It's Player 1. That is correct. Player 1, you start us off. Neurospora crassa is this type of fungus. It grows on bread, but in the wild is found on burned vegetation. Player 3. That is correct. Player 3. Stomata. Leaf pores that take in this gas enlarge when its level in the air drops below normal. It's Player 1. Right you are. Where do we begin? To help make sure your brain stays fueled, give its cells less of this hormone for glucose uptake? It's player 1. Yes. Please pick again. Linus Pauling found the structure of keratin, the main component of nails and this human body part. Yes, player 3. Right. Player 3. About 25 species of this arachnid, most in the family Buthidae, have venom that'll kill you. 1,200 others sting like a bee. Okay, player 2. Right you are. Player 2, you start us off. Change your attitude, or rather one letter in attitude, to get this word meaning height. Okay, player 1. That is correct. A lot of clues. It's what we call a word that has the same meaning as another word. It's player 2. That is correct. Where do we begin? This word can mean a hole or any hollow place, especially in a tooth. Let's hear it, player 2. You got it. You again, player 2. It's one of the bones of the forearm, or a line from the center of a circle to the circumference. Yes, player 1. Yes. Player 1. From the Latin for kidnapper, it means to take someone else's ideas or writings and pass them off as your own. Yes, player 3. That's correct. Player 3, where do we start? Sarah will present this clue.
JFK won the presidential nomination at the Democratic National Convention in this year.
Let's hear it, player 3. Hey, you're right. Player 3. The U.S. declared war against Spain on April 25th of this year. Let's hear it, player 2. That's it. Player 2. Bastille Day in France commemorates an event on this date in 1789. It's player 2. Right. Select again. Answer: the Daily Double. You are currently in second place. Decide on your wager, player 2. The clue: the Sons of Liberty threw one heck of a tea party in Boston on December 16th of this year. You've moved up to first place. You get to pick again. King John affixed his seal to the Magna Carta at Runnymede in June of this year. Okay, player 1. Yeah! Right. Player 1, start us. The Type 2 of this weapon had a max power setting of 16 and could be set to heat, disrupt, or stun. It's player 2. Whoa! Right you are. Okay, let's get back. This device briefly converts a person to energy, beams the energy, then reassembles the person. Player 1. Yeah! That is correct. Player 1. When Spock checks chronometric data, he's looking at measurements of the space-this continuum. It's player 1. That is correct. Player 1. Created by Starfleet, it prohibits interference with other civilizations. Yes, Player 3?
Yeah!
Right you are. And now the $1,000 clue. This crystal regulates matter-antimatter reactions that provide energy for travel faster than light. Yes, Player 3? Yes. Player 3, you're going first in the Double Jeopardy round when we return. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Tough Tunes, Minority Report, Literary Great Escapes, Get Positive, The Human Body, and Arabic. Player 3, you're in command of the board as we continue right now. The godfather of soul, James Brown, can't dance because of these in his pants. Player 2. That's right, way to go. Player 2. Vanessa Williams sang, "Just when I thought our chance had passed, you go and do this." Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. Player 1. In a Michael Martin Murphey song, this title horse busted down its stall. In a blizzard he was lost. It's Player 1. That's correct. Excellent. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. Player 1, give us a wager. And the daily double clue. Neil Diamond sang that a woman from this state shines with her own kind of light. That puts you even further ahead. Player 1. In a Led Zeppelin tune, Robert Plant was packing his bags for these title mountains, familiar to Tolkien fans. Okay, Player 3. Good. Player 3, where do we start? A 1936 dissent by Justice Stone accused 6 other justices of a tortured construction of this document. Player 1? Good. Where do we begin? In his first major case as Chief Justice, he found himself in the minority in 2006 as Oregon's assisted suicide was okayed. Yes, Player 2. Yep. Player 2. Justice Brennan, dissenting in Paris Adult Theater v. Slayton, said this quality is too vaguely defined to regulate. Player 2. That's correct. You get to pick again. Justice Holmes dissented when seditionist Jacob Abrams' conviction was upheld, saying he didn't pose this type of danger. It's Player 2.
Yeah!
Right. Please pick again. Justice Harlan was an honorable one-man minority in the 1896 decision Plessy v. Him. It's Player 3. Good. Player 3, you're in command of the board. In this 1852 work, Eliza makes a harrowing escape across a frozen river from a slave trader named Halley. It's Player 2. Good. A lot of clues. By clinging to the belly of a ram. This mythological figure escaped from the cave of the Cyclops. Player 1? Yes. Where do we begin? Henri Charrière recounted his numerous escape attempts from French prisons in South America in this work. It's Player 1. Right. You get to pick again. In The Deerslayer, this character escapes from the Hurons when Chingachgook helps to free him. Player 2. Good. All right, let's get back into the... Pangloss keeps his incorrigible optimism intact when he escapes an incompetent hangman's noose in this satire. Okay, Player 3. Yep. Player 3, you start us off. The book Whale Done applies the positive techniques used at this marine park to business and family life. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. Player 1, thriving through stress, like him conducting Ode to Joy while ill, is the idea in a book called The Him Factor. Okay, Player 3. Good. Where do we begin? His power of positive thinking begins, believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Player 3. Yes. Please pick again. An illustrated book pairs Alexander Calder's artwork with the lyrics to his song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. It's Player 1. That's it. Player 1. Answer. The second daily double. And you're in the lead now. What'll it be? Okay, here is the clue. Oprah has unlocked The This, a book by Rhonda Byrne about using positive visualization. Congratulations, you're still in first, Player 1. Player 1, pick again. The part of your eye that looks like a black circle is called this. It's the center of the iris. Yes, Player 3? That's right, way to go! All right, let's get... Otoliths are found in the vestibule of the inner part of this organ. Yes, Player 2. Good. All right, let's get... This main artery of the heart is said to resemble a cane with its arch at the top of the heart. Okay, Player 2. That is correct. Player 2. This part of the brain, just above the brainstem, is about the size of an orange. Okay, Player 3. You are correct. A lot of clues, and I'll hand it off to Jimmy.
A low arch can cause the foot to roll inward too much when running, an effect called over this.
Player 2. Yes. Player 2. Where do we start? A shamal is a wind that whips up this blinding phenomenon. Player 2. Right. Please pick again. The number 3 is talata, and this day of the week is El Talat. Yes, player 3? Right. Player 3. The name of this headdress for men may be related to the word coif. Let's hear it, player 3. Good. Player 3. Change one letter in wade to get this: a gully that's dry except during periods of rain. It's player 2. Hey, you're right. And now the $2,000 clue. In Arabic, follow a hope about the future, like the train arriving shortly, with this, meaning God willing. Let's hear it, player 3. Good. Looks like you'll all be moving on to Final Jeopardy after this break. This is the Final Jeopardy category for today. Literary characters. Please enter your wager. This is a good category. Here's the clue for you. This hero is the son of Ecthio and the grandson of Hrethel. What did you put as your response? And that correct response will add... Let's see your response. And this correct response will add how much to your score? And your response? With that correct response, you will gain... Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.